This is Deep Pockets Forex. We'll be giving you our weekly Forex forecast. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you get our weekly video every weekend. You get notified whenever we post a video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to drop them on the comment section. Also watch the video until the end so that you don't miss out on the tips we'll be giving you along the video. So watch the video until the end. Enjoy the video. This is Euro USD on this chart. For Euro USD, you all know that we focused at this down move for you. We say that we're expecting this big down move here. We said we're expecting this down move here, and we got price moving like this up to this area, not completing the down move that we focused at. Then from here, we say that we're still expecting the down move to get all the way up to this area as we focused it, following this arrow. And after price got to this area, we said we are still expecting a corrective structure here. Then price is expected to complete our structure just as we focused it initially. And as you can see, we got price moving like this. Then it has given the down move which we talked about. We also stated that this price is expected to break this previous low all the way down up to this area. And as you can see, that is all that we got. From here, we also stated that when price gets all the way up to this area, we're expecting price to pivot, because this is our pivot point. We highlighted this area as our pivot point, and as you can see, price now, after it got to this area, it's starting to move up like this. This is gold. For gold, we focused on this corrective structure to complete. Then we say that we'll be expecting a down move here like this. This is a down move that we focused for you. It's an 800 pip movement. We say that price is expecting to move down like this. And this past week, price was at around this level, and then we say that we're expecting a corrective structure, a bigger corrective structure. Then price would continue down after we get this corrective structure. We say that if you are holding this sell, just be careful. Know that we're expecting a corrective structure like this, then price would continue down. If you watched our previous analysis on gold, we focused on all this on the 4 hour, but we went on to the 1 hour, and we say that on the 1 hour we're expecting to get something like this, That's what we said. We said we're expecting to get such a structure on the 1 hour, and as you can see, that's exactly what we got. Now from this movement here, what we can have right now, the information we can give you is that just keep in mind that we are likely to get price moving like this, then up. That would then confirm the bigger corrective structure which we talked about. But currently here we might just get a smaller corrective structure than up, and then this would just connect to be a bigger corrective structure. Then from here, after price heads all the way up to this area, breaking this previous high and slightly breaking this previous high, we're expecting price to push down. That is what structure is showing. It's showing that we are expecting this big down move after we get this movement up to get to this point, and this movement would not happen before we get price giving this corrective structure like this, then up like this. So that's what we're expecting. We're expecting price to give this up move, then this down move, and all this, keep in mind that all this, it's all just a corrective structure which we talked about, and we're expecting this down move to get all the way down to this area, breaking this previous low and this previous low. That's what we're expecting on gold. This is AUDNZD. Before proceeding with AUDNZD, we'd like to let you know that on our already affordable 3 years package, 3 years mentorship package, we are offering you a 35% discount, meaning with 35% discount you'll be able to access our training and have access to all our Deep Pockets Forex resources in the team. Without any further ado, let's continue. AUDNZD, we've been talking about this down move here, and we say that after this down move we will be expecting this up move, and you know that we got this down move, we got this up move. Keep in mind that from here, this is an up move that we focused at this up move all the way up to this area. Then when it got to this area, we say that we're expecting this pullback, and if you can trade this, you can get that pullback here. And then from here, we say that we'll be also expecting this up move, which is expected to break this previous high. So right now we're still expecting this movement to complete and break this previous high. We're expecting to get something like this, a correction here, then continue up, or price can just move like this. But we're still expecting price to break this previous high, either from this correction here then up, or price just moving like this. We're still expecting this up move to complete. We have USD JPY here. USD JPY, you know that from here we've been talking about this big wave. We've been talking about a big wave up, and we've been talking about this down move, then up. And as you can see, we're getting up, correction, up. From here we got this up move, we talked about this correction, and then we talked about this up move. Then this past week we talked about a slightly bigger correction here before price continue up, and you can see that we got this down move. Price may move like this, then down like this, and then if you see from here, it'll just follow our focus, just as we focused it this previous week to get this corrective structure. Then price may continue up, just as we stated. We're still expecting this up move to complete. After this corrective structure is completed, we're expecting this up move to continue up. So if you'd love to get this buy, just wait for this correction to complete, then you can catch the buy. If you're already trading this from this bottom here, you can just keep shifting your stop loss to break even or to profits, because we're still expecting more up here. Make sure you manage your trade. We're still expecting more up. We have CAD CHF on this chart. For CAD CHF, remember price was at around this area. We said we're expecting price to give a corrective structure here. We're expecting a bigger corrective structure here, like this, a corrective structure here. So what is likely to happen here? We're likely to get this up move here, breaking this previous high, slightly up move. After we move like this, we can get this up move here, breaking this previous high, then down like this. Or from here, we can get an up move here like this, then down like this. But we need an up move which is gonna break this previous high. After we get this up move breaking this previous high, this down move just like this, then we might move like this, then up. Keep in mind, just as we focused on this previous week, we're expecting this bigger correction. What we are giving you here is just the details of the correction, but what we are expecting, we're expecting price to give this completion of this correction, then continue up. That's what we're expecting on CAD CHF. Our bias is up after this correction is completed. Previous week we talked about GBP AUD. GBP AUD, we say that we're expecting this correction to complete, and when this correction completes, we're still expecting an up move to continue up. Remember, we talked about this down move and we talked about this up move. So this impulse, we got this impulse. Now we're expecting correction to complete, then price is expected to continue higher. That's what we're expecting on GBP AUD. Here we have CHF JPY. CHF JPY. Remember CHF JPY, from here we say that we're expecting a down move like this all the way down, and we got price moving up to this area this past week, and this past week we made an update. We say that we're expecting a corrective structure here, then price should be expected to continue down, and as you can see, we got price moving down and it's giving that steep corrective structure. Then from here we'll be expecting price to move down like that. If you find an entry, if you know how to trade this sell, you can be looking forward for a sell here like this. Keep in mind that from here we can give a bigger corrective structure like this, then up, then this down move can come from this area, so just keep that in mind. But anywhere around this area, we're expecting a sell setup on CHF JPY. This is Euro CAD. This past week for Euro CAD, we focused on an up move. We say that from here we're expecting this up move like this to break this previous high. That's what we focused on, and you can see that we're getting price moving like this, moving like this, moving like this. So what we have right now is not the same bias we had this past week. There's a slight change of structure here, because structure is showing that there's a likely chance to move up like this, breaking this previous high, up like this, then down. So it means that this up move that we're focusing is not yet ready. It's not yet ready because of slight structural change. We're expecting this up move, then this down move. This down move is expected to break this previous low and this previous low, and then from here, after this down move is completed, we'll be expecting this up move, and this up move is not expected to go all the way up like this. We're expecting this up move to only come up to this area, then we can be giving you updates. On Euro CAD. If you know how to trade this sell, you can go for that sell, because we can get this corrective structure moving up to this area. Just keep in mind, anywhere around this area, we're expecting this down move here like this, then this up move. This past week we talked about USD CAD. For USD CAD, we say that we're expecting a big wave up, structure showing a big wave up, but we say that there's a slight structure that we're seeing that is telling us that this down move might follow through before getting this up move. We say that keep that in mind. Be careful of this down move, because it's still expected to continue lower around this area, or slightly break this previous low. Then that's when we can be getting that up move. We talked about this up move. It's a warning we gave on USD CAD. We said that if you are looking forward to taking this buy, just keep that in mind. This might follow, then this. So just wait for this up move, wait for this down move to complete, then you can catch this bigger wave up. We have GBP USD. For GBP USD, from this past week we had price around this level, and we say that we're expecting price to move up according to structure, extra 200 pips. But if you just measure how much price has moved, here, you'd realize that it's around 140 pips. Just from here all the way up to this area. We're still expecting price to move around 200 pips. Then we can start looking for our sell entry. If we get our entry confirmed during the week, we can be looking for a sell on GBP USD. But as of now, it's not yet ready, but we're still expecting price to give this down move. It may come later, it may come sooner. We're still expecting that down move, so just wait. And then when your entry strategy gives you an opportunity to sell, you can look for a sell. GBP JPY, just the same as GBP USD. We talked about an extra 200 pips. We're still expecting extra 200 pips movement like this, 200 pips movement up to this area. Then after we get price moving up to this area, we can be looking for a sell. Now, one thing to keep in mind, from this area, when price gets into this area, you should not just look for a sell from here, because there's an area that is vulnerable to spikes. You can get spikes here, you can get spiked out. So just be careful here. Don't just jump into this. Don't just jump into the sell at this level, because we're expecting to get price reaching this area, but it's not like we'll be jumping in. We'll be waiting for our entry strategy to give us a go ahead so that we can sell. So you must be able to know how to wait for your setup, and then you can get the sell all the way down like this. That's what we're expecting on GBP JPY. That is what structure is showing us. GBP NZD. For GBP NZD, you all know that we talked about this down move here, and we talked about this up move here. And we say that from here we're expecting this correction to complete, and then we say that after this correction is completed, we will be expecting continuation up. That's what we said. Anyway, from here we might get a slight correction here, then price continues up. Just be careful here. Or from here we might get a slight pullback here, then after we get this pullback, we will be pushing up. For us, we'll be waiting for the week so that we can be able to confirm our buyers. If from here we'll be getting this up move from here, or if price is gonna head down, then up, we'll be confirming our buyers. If we get this down move, we will not be selling this down move. We'll only be waiting for our buy setup, either from here or from here. That's for GBP NZD. This is USD CHF. For USD CHF, you all know that we've been talking about this up move, big wave up, and we got this up move. We talked about this corrective structure to complete, then up. We got this, we got the corrective structure, we got this last up move. This past week we had price up to this area. We say that there's high momentum to the upside. Why? Because from here price has been showing that there's high momentum to the upside. That's what structure is showing. But even though there's high momentum to the upside, we gave a warning against a movement down. Here we gave a warning. We say that if you are buying, be careful of this down move, because structure is showing that there's an expected little down move here. So as you can see, we got this down move sooner. What we were expecting, at least to get this corrective structure, then get this down move here, but as you can see, structure has just given this down move here like this. So what is next here? What we're expecting next is this corrective structure here. We're expecting a corrective structure here, then price might continue down like this. Now this corrective structure can just be a small corrective structure like this, a small corrective structure then down, or it can be a big corrective structure, even breaking this previous high then down. This down move here is needed. This down move is needed, so wait for it. If we get a corrective structure like this and we find this tradable, this down move tradable, we'll be looking for an entry. If we don't find it tradable, if we don't get good risk to reward, we'll just simply ignore it, then wait for this big wave up. This is what we'll be waiting for. Just keep that in mind. This is GBP CHF. Remember this past week we talked about this up move. We said that there's still more up expected here. Then later, when this down move is ready, we can let you on that down move. But as of now, you can just ignore this pair for now. Ignore it for now because it's not yet ready. This down move can continue. It can move extra 100 pips, 200 pips. So just set it aside. Then wait for this bigger sell. Here we cannot trade it because it doesn't give us good reward. It's risky, so we'll just better let it complete, then cash the sell. That's what we can do. We'll just wait for this sell movement because it's less risky. This is NZD USD. For NZD USD, we're expecting this down move here. We're expecting a down move here. Then after we get this down move, we'll be getting this up move. That's what structure is showing. Structure is showing that we're expecting this down move, then this up move. Remember, from here we say we're expecting this down move here, and this past weeks we've been giving you an update that structure has changed. This down move now is no longer expected. We're expecting only price to move down, breaking this previous low and slightly breaking this previous low, but the way structure looks, it doesn't look like it would head all the way down here. It looks like it would get exhausted at this moment here, then we get this up move. That's what we're seeing on NZD USD. So if you're currently trading there, just know that there's an expected down move here around this area, to move around this area, slightly breaking this previous low, then up, and the up is not going to be so big as well. So if you want something big, a big movement to trade, just stay away from this because it's not promising any big movements as of now.